understood, as did the Buddha, the significance of the event, but they felt all the 10,000 worlds of this universe shake with the weight of it. The Dharma, the law, had been taught, and gradually there arose in the other four ascetics, one by one, the same spotless, immaculate vision of the Dharma. So the community of the followers of the Buddha, the Sangha, was established. His teaching is known even today for its urbanity, and in his own time it appealed particularly to urban people, to educated people, to individuals who chose to make their own way in the world rather than just accepting their place in a village community, who were not afraid of change. It appealed to merchants who had discovered that it takes all sorts to make a world, that trade depended on tolerance, on an attitude of live and let live. At Varanasi, the Buddha converted the two men who would become his foremost disciples, Shariputra and Moggallana. Moving to Uruvela, he met a group of 30 young men with their wives on a picnic party.
One of them had no wife, and so was provided with a courtesan to consort with. But in the careless abandon of their pleasures, they did not notice this courtesan slipping away with their valuables. When they realized what had happened, they abandoned their pursuit of pleasure and went in search of the girl instead. Wandering through the wood, they came upon the Buddha sitting at the root of a tree. They asked him, "Lord, has the Blessed One seen a woman?"
"Boys, what have you to do with a woman?"
They told him of the afternoon's events, and he said,
"Tell me, which is the better course, that you should seek after a woman, or that you should seek after yourselves?"
"Naturally, Lord, it is better to seek after ourselves."
"Then sit down, and I will teach you Dharma."
They did so, and the Buddha unfolded his teaching before them until gradually, one by one, they were all seized with the truth of what he was saying and asked to be ordained as monks. This civilized exchange was typical of many of his encounters. Nothing much would happen on the surface. In fact, in one case, that of Mahakāshyapa, no word was spoken on either side. And yet each of them represented a whole universe being turned inside out. In each of them, the world came to a halt, and nothing could ever be the same again. A few of his followers were already arahants, fully enlightened as he was. However, the Buddha was in Uruvela with a view to an altogether different sort of encounter. He sought a confrontation with the heart of the Brahminical tradition of animal sacrifice and caste laws.